So right here with me is Gadayev. He's the executive director of the after-school program, which is really the program that takes these kids and gives them inspiration and creates awareness of Judaism and helps them take the next step moving from public school to yeshiva. So welcome. I'm so happy you came and joined us.
Thank you.
I know you're very busy with everything that's going on now and making sure that those dollars keep coming in. So tell me a little bit how you got involved with the after-school program and where did it all start?
It's a really good question. I basically started my career as a teacher about 5 years ago, and a friend of mine recruited me to teach in his after-school program. At that time, it was called the Sunday program. Later on, we named it Shaping Lives Sunday program.
What is it?
Shaping Lives.
Shaping Lives.
Yes,
I love
Shaping
it.
Lives.
Great.
It's a beautiful name. We were thinking about what our mission statement is, and what we're trying to do is to shape the lives of our Jewish nation. And we came up with that name, thank God. So basically, after about a year in, I know Rabbi Meirov was trying to get, the whole public school outreach and getting kids from public school into yeshiva, the whole idea behind it. And we reached out to him to see if he would be interested in such a program, the Sunday program. And they took it upon themselves to take the whole Sunday program. After I started with the Sunday program, Baruch Hashem, they recruited me for the teens, which is the J-Wave division.
So let me ask you, what is the age group we are talking about?
So the elementary division, which is Shaping Lives, is from ages 5 to 12, and the J-Wave is from 13 to 17.
Great. Okay, go ahead.
And basically, we try to inspire these children to develop an interest, not just an interest, to develop an understanding and an identity to their Yiddishkeit, to their Judaism. And unfortunately, there's so many different stories of assimilation happening rampantly, not just in our community in Queens, but everywhere in the world. It could be in England, it could be in a different state in the United States of America, it could be in South Africa. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to produce the identity.
So let me ask you, so how do you go about inspiring these teens? They're coming out of public school, they have friends, they have so much influences that they're connecting to. What is it about your program that can draw them in, that can get them excited about Judaism?
Shawarma.
Drama?
Shawarma.
Oh, shawarma. Shawarma,
Pizza,
of course.
Shawarma.
Yes.
Food.
Okay, that's
a joke.
No, it's
Obviously.
not a joke, by the way. With teens, you have food, they'll show up.
100%. So basically, we try to give them incentives in order to bring them into our programs. One of those incentives is food.
Right.
We give them food. We try to take them on trips. We've been to Six Flags. We've done paintball. We bowl. We do various different types of trips and activities. Baruch Hashem, actually, this past
is it boys and girls together, or do you have just a boys division and a girls division? How does that work exactly?
So it's separate.
Separate.
The teens division, we make sure that it's 100% separate. No girls, no boys enter into the girls division or the boys division. We are very adamant about making sure that the boys are just with the boys and the girls are just with the girls. Otherwise, it becomes more of a social scene.
Right. And you want to just
yes,
clean fun, we're just having a good time.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm even inspired. I'm inspired on the fact that we're able to be successful with these students without that mingling. It's mamash a nes min hashamayim, and it's done. We are doing it for years.
Right. Baruch Hashem. I hear some announcement. I just want to look at the numbers. We are now up to 280,116.
Beautiful.
So the numbers keep going up, and and it's because of the amazing work that you do and the fact that every time another teen comes in, it's such an influential age that I guess anything that you can give them is going to make a difference in the future. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. I'm just going to focus on the point of anything that we can give them. Yes, 100%. Anything we give them affects them. It could be a relationship, it could be food, it could be an activity, it could be just a drive. We have one of our recruiters, his name is Ben Roberts. Many times he drives these kids from point A to point B to point C.
So let me ask you.
just-
So go ahead.
Right.
What does a recruiter? Because you mentioned recruiter, so I'm very interested. What does a recruiter do? He's a recruiter. What does he do?
That's an excellent question. Almost impossible to define, but the way I like to put it, a recruiter is a relationship developer.
Okay.
He-
Does he stand out? Does he stand outside of a public school?
He does. He stands outside of a public school called Forest High School and any other public school that we send them to. And he
How does he find the
basically-
Jewish kids?
The nose.
The nose. Of course, the nose. It's got to be the nose.
He has relationships with many of the students in the school.
Right.
And he asks them. He makes sure to speak to the students that know everybody else, the other student bodies, and they tell him this person is Jewish, this person is not Jewish. You know, some kids look like they're Jews. Some kids that are Jewish look like they're non-Jews, unfortunately, in today's day and age. And he works very hard to define who is Jewish and who is not. Once he knows, right away, goes for it. Either speaks to them on behalf of his friend, speaks to them on behalf of himself, but somehow, some way, this guy develops a relationship just at the start. You look at me, I look at you, we're friends.
Right. Let me ask you, did you ever recruit?
Did I ever recruit?
Yes.
Yes, I have. And it's
So
not an
tell
easy
us
task.
one story about a recruitment.
One story, the right person, honestly, is Rabbi Ephraim Rubinov. He is a phenomenal recruiter.
Is he
Besides
here?
Ben Roberts, he is not here at the moment.
He's not here at the moment,
He's
but
not
you
here.
are.
I am.
So
I am.
you got to tell
Okay.
me one story.
One story. Basically, we were outside PS 175, and we were walking around. Now, I don't know if you know the public schools in the Queens area. I don't know if it's like this in every other
I
state.
actually don't.
But it's basically a block long. It's a whole block, right? It's like a campus. And once the kids are coming out with the parents, obviously, we come up to the parents. We already know who's Jewish and who's not because we have a sense. We come up to them and we give them our flyers. We tell them, you know, we have something for you and for your kids. A Jewish identity program. Shaping Lives.
And who
We are
responds
asking you-
more? Is it the parents? Is it the kids? Like-
Parents,
right,
the parents. I mean, I'm talking about the elementary division. The teens
Okay.
division is totally different. That's
Right,
Ben
that's
Roberts'
right.
field. But with regard to the elementary division, we come up to the parents, and the parents want it. They're looking and seeking for somebody to come up to them and say, "I want to give your children a Jewish education, at least a semblance of it." And they're very excited and ecstatic. So they're more than welcome to give us their contact information. We give them our contact information, and we make sure that we're in touch with them.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us
pleasure.
and for amazing work and keep doing this avodat kodesh, this holy work that you do. And today is about making it all happen because
we are.
otherwise, you know, and Kemach and Torah, right? So
100%.
we got to raise. We are already one quarter there. Now we are at 5:28. Excuse me. I see it. It's a little far away. It's 2:51.
It's okay.
But it's moving. It's moving along. And really, I guess what I said before is that when you are helping one of these kids or teens, you are really changing not only their lives, but all the future generations that are going to come out when they get married and have future generations. So you're not just helping one, you're helping many. And
100%.
it's really that turning point that makes a difference. So thank you for making this magic happen.
100%.
And you
If I
guys
can
at
say
home.
one more thing.
Yes, go ahead. One last.
Just to add on your point,
Yes.
we're not just changing one life, we're changing hundreds of lives with that one life.
Right.
And we are, B'ezrat Hashem, going to build an army. We are the army of Hashem, and we're going to do as much as possible to make sure that we're helping the Jewish world. Not just in Queens, not just in New York itself, but every single state, every single country, as much as we can do. Bezat Hashem, our army is
We're
coming
starting
to
right here in our own neighborhood. There's about 10,000, from what I understand from Rabbi Yaniv, who told us there was 10,000.